Hi, I'm Peter Vogel. I like to fly precision aerobatics radio control, NSRCA, F3A, whatever you want to call it. Some people fly IMAC, which is very similar. And typically when we're flying in competition, we have a caller standing behind us with a call sheet, either with the names of the maneuvers or with the arrestee to tell us what we need to fly next. Especially when we're in front of judges, we get a little bit nervous. It's easy to forget what we're doing. But when you're out at the field practicing, particularly with a new sequence, it's just as hard to remember what you need to fly next. So, and you don't always have somebody that can come to the field with you and is willing to take the time out to stand behind you and read you the maneuvers through your sequence. So what I've done is I've developed a virtual caller. Runs on iPhone, iPod Touch, anything like that. And ordinarily you'll use it with a set of Apple headphones or something along those lines to call you through the sequence and begin the sequence by hitting the play button on those headsets. You can also do it with a Bluetooth. For our purposes today, so that you can hear it on the video, I'm using my Jambox connected via Bluetooth. And cleverly, you could actually do this at the field, and you can use the forward and back buttons to move through the sequence as well. But for now, I'm just going to show you the normal control method of tilt. So on the iPhone, you start the app up.
Hi, I'm your virtual caller. Please select control method and class.
And she introduces herself to you with that sultry voice. And you're ready to select your control method. I have voice recognition and tilt control. I find that at the field where there's unpredictable noise, wind, etc., tilt control is the most reliable control methodology. So I'm going to go ahead and select tilt. Then it wants to know what control axis to fly. So I'm going to choose the roll axis. And then what class you want to fly. And I've got all kinds of classes in here. All the NSRCA standards, sportsman through masters, the F3A P15 sequence and the F3A F15 sequence. I also have the IMAC Unlimited sequence in here right now. You can add sequences as you see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and select the sequence that I fly, which is intermediate. And I'm ready to go. So the next thing, since it's tilt control, you really want to connect that to your transmitter somehow. So what I typically do is just use a very cheap iPhone case, and you can use Velcro, anything like that. What I've done is I've used a quad lock mechanism here, and let me just pop my phone in here. And you see I've got the quad lock here, and I've got the receiver on the back of my transmitter. So I just pop that into my transmitter like that. And now it's ready to be tilt control. So now we're ready. We're standing at the flight line, ready to fly. We can hit the play button.
Take off.
First maneuver, takeoff for NSRCA, for F3A and so forth. You'll be up and in the box, ready to fly. So as we're flying, ready for the next maneuver, just tilt right.
Cuban 8 with half rolls.
Fly the Cuban 8 with half rolls. Ready for the next sequence, or somewhere in the middle of that Cuban 8. I want to know what's coming next.
Stall turn, full roll up. 2 half rolls in opposite directions. Pause and center.
If I get a little ahead of myself, I can tilt
Stall turn,
to the
full
left
roll up.
and find the next maneuver. And all
2
I have
half
to
rolls
do,
in opposite directions. Pause and center. Half square loop, half roll up.
all I have to do is tilt and come back to close to where I was before to reset it for the next tilt to the right or to the left. One more time.
Outside loop from top.
And we're ready to fly through the sequence. When we get to the end, of course, it's landing and we're done. That's pretty much all there is to this application. You can define your own sequences and so forth, and we'll look at that in another demo.